David, the saying goes, goals change games. I think that's very true of Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought we were much the better team for the first half. We had opportunities to score and didn't take them, and then second half was a bit of a different story. We didn't manage their press well enough, and they got on top of us. We know the reasons why. We felt it at the time. We limited to what we could do to change, given the personnel. But that's, I don't want to say too much because it sounds as though I'm criticising some of the players, and that's not the case. But yeah, it'd have helped if we had some other players available to us.
From your point of view, it'll be, like you say, taking that first half performance and moving those things forward and talking to the players about you doing that again, basically.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, there were still positives to take out of it. There always is, but we need to win games of football, and it was disappointing from that side. But then, like I said, for the first 30 minutes, certainly, really the whole of the first half, I felt we were in control of the game, and that's the first time for a bit that we've had that. So that's a real positive thing, and we were creating opportunities to score goals. We had a really good chance. We had a couple of others where we should have taken advantage of that, and we didn't. So that's progress in that sense. But then, like I said, we've got to be really mindful not to get carried away with results. That we weren't getting carried away when we'd won 4 in 5. We're not getting carried away now. We've won 4 in 6. So the performance was actually a bit better than what it had been recently, but the result wasn't. So we've got to be careful what we wish for, but we also know we need to make progress, with the performances certainly, and obviously that'll lead into the results.
You mentioned it there, and I think 4 in 6 is still a very good return, and you'd sort of take that looking from the outside. So looking at Tranmere tomorrow night, they've made a mixed start to life: 3 wins, 3 defeats and 5 draws. It's going to be another difficult test, particularly away on a Tuesday night. Yeah,
listen, I've been to Tranmere as a player and as a manager quite a few times. It's always a difficult place to go. It is that, it's, the people are fantastic people who, they're very similar to here, in the sense that their football club means a lot to them. And they make it known, and they make it a hard place to go. So we know that whoever they choose, whoever they want to come into battle with us, then it's going to be a tough evening for us. But then we also know, on the back of 3 wins away from home, then we're in decent form away from home. So we've got to take heart in that and improve. Or keep improving that away performance in terms of results, but also improve the performances as well. And if that happens, then we should have a good night.
You got to relish a chance of, like you say, going 4 straight wins on the road. A little bit offsetting the, I don't say poorer form at home, but the lack of wins at home in the last couple of games.
Yeah, I think there's people walking out of the ground making it well known that our home form is rubbish. But then when you look at the bigger picture, that it's exactly the same as the away form, and everyone thinks that's brilliant in a minute. So we've got to make sure we see a bigger picture, which we do. We're still nowhere near where we need to be. We all know that. But you can't fault anyone, players or the staff, on working hard to try and make it happen. We know we're a work in progress. That's going to continue, certainly for this season, without a shadow of a doubt. Does that mean it's limited to where we can get to? No, it doesn't. But we're probably a whole year behind Walsall, for example. We tried signing one of their players in the summer. They blew us out of the water in terms of finances. That's where we're at. It didn't help they were a Birmingham lad as well, but that's by the by. So we know where we are on our journey, and as long as we keep improving, like I say, the big positives were the fact that we controlled the game for the whole of the first half. Even when their goalkeeper went down in the last 10 minutes, we had a couple of good opportunities. Yes, they had a goal disallowed. Played into their press once in that last 10 minutes, but we were by far the better team, and we've got to make sure that continues. If that continues, we will create more and score more, and we won't end up, on the end of, poor results, whether that's at home or away.
Other positives to take, another involvement for Cam Gardner, getting more and more minutes, more and more experience under his belt. Donny coming off the bench and scoring, that's another pleasing sight for you, I'm sure.
Yeah, look, there's, again, you know, whenever a striker comes off the bench and scores, that's really good. So that's a positive. And like I said, with Cam Gardner for a first year pro, he's having an outstanding season already. He's still on the raw side, if you like. But nobody can fault his work ethic, his endeavour, his willingness to learn, and the fact that he's in the team, you know, is a huge credit to himself. We've got lots of work to do with him, but he's got a lot of the raw attributes to be a really good striker for this football club.